Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is HANIFAH AMALIA Jahara. Here I want to present about the Malaysia Maritime Enforcement Agency or MMEA and the importance of human research in the organization of that maritime. The MMEA is established in 2005 to protect Malaysia's maritime security and also safeguard the country's territorial water. The agency is responsible for preventing piracy, smuggling, illegal fishing, and other maritime crimes. It also helps ensure the safety and security of Malaysia maritime zone. To perform these duties effectively, the MMEA needs capable employee. Research shows that employee personality is an important factor that influences job performance because it affects how employees carry out their responsibility. Besides that, a positive work attitude and high job involvement help improve employees' commitment and productivity. Employees who are motivated and involved in their work are more likely to achieve a better performance. Another important factor is effective recruitment and selections. Choosing employees with the right skills and personality helps ensure they fit the organization needs and work environment. As a result, good human resource management supports better organizational performance and helps the MMEA achieve the missions more effectively. However, the MMEA also faces some challenges. One challenge is overlapping responsibility with other government agencies, which can affect coordinations. Another challenge is protecting Malaysia's large maritime area, which require continuous monitoring and also strong teamwork. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is ZULFATHIL ADHA bin Muhammad NASARUDDIN, and my matrix number is 1242378. And I will be presenting about the literature review. Firstly, the definition. Recruitment is the process of attracting, assessing, and selecting qualified candidates to fill vacant positions within an organization. The objective of recruitment is to find the most suitable and qualified person to fill the empty position. Internal recruitment refers to filling a vacant position using an existing employee within the organization. This is usually done through promotion or internal transfer, depending on the employee's skills and performance. There are several advantages of internal recruitment. First, employees who are promoted or transferred already have familiarity within the organization, including its policies, culture, and working environment. This helps them adapt quickly to their new role. In addition, less training is required, because the employee is already familiar with the company's systems and procedures. Another important advantage is that it can boost the morale of other employees, as they may feel motivated knowing that there are opportunities for career growth within the organization. However, internal recruitment also has some disadvantages. One major drawback is the lack of new perspectives and ideas. Since the organization is only selecting from existing staff, this may limit innovation and creativity. Furthermore, it may sometimes lead to conflicts among other employees, especially if more than one employee is interested in the same position and feels unfairly treated. Next, external recruitment. External recruitment refers to filling a vacant position by hiring candidates from outside the organization. This approach brings new ideas and perspectives and also experiences, which can help improve the organization's performance and innovation. There are several advantages of external recruitment. First, it allows the organization to bring in new experiences and perspectives, which can help generate fresh ideas and improve problem solving. In addition, it enables the company to hire individuals with specific skills and expertise that may not be available within the current workforce. However, external recruitment also has some disadvantages. One major drawback is that new employees may take time to familiarize themselves with the organization's culture, policies, and working environment. This can slow down their productivity in the early stages. Another disadvantage is the cost of advertising and recruitment, as the organization may need to spend money on job postings, interviews, and selection process. Moving on to the recruitment process. According to recruitment process no date, there are 7 main phases or stages in the recruitment process. The first stage is identifying hiring needs, where the organization determines the vacant position and defines the required skills, qualifications, and responsibilities needed for the role. The second stage is preparing the job description, which involves creating a clear outline of the job, role, duties, and expectations to attract suitable candidates. The third stage is searching for talent, where the organization looks for potential candidates through either internal or external recruitment sources. The fourth stage is screening and shortlisting candidates, where applications are reviewed and only candidates who meet the requirements are selected for the next stage. The fifth stage is conducting interviews, which can be done through video calls, phone interviews, or face-to-face sessions to further assess the candidates. The sixth stage is evaluating and offering employment, where the organization selects the most suitable candidate and extends a job offer. Finally, the seventh stage is induction and onboarding, where the new employee is introduced to the organization and supported in adapting to their new role and working environment. Next, why recruitment is important in a company. Recruitment is an important process in any organization because it ensures effective manpower planning by placing the right people in the right roles. This helps the organization operate more efficiently and achieve its goals. In addition, recruitment allows organizations to assess candidates' skills, qualifications, and suitability before making a hiring decision. This helps reduce the risk of hiring the wrong person for the job. Overall, recruitment helps organizations hire competent and suitable individuals for available job vacancies, which contribute to better performance and long-term success.
Okay, hi everyone, my name is SITI. So, in this section, I will explain the organizational background of the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency, also known as a MMEA or the Malaysian Coast Guard. MMEA is a government agency established under the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency 2004, also known as Act 633. The agency officially started in the operation on 30 November 2005. So before MMEA was established, maritime law enforcement was handled by several different government agencies. This is causes of overlapping responsibility and reduce the effectiveness of law enforcement. Therefore, MMEA was created to become the main agency responsibility or coordinating and enforcing maritime law in Malaysian water. Okay, MMEA has a many important responsibility. These include enforcing maritime law, protecting Malaysian territorial water, preventing illegal activities such as smuggling and piracy, conducting research and rescue operation, and protecting marine resources. So the agency also work together with the other government agency to ensure the safety and security of the country's maritime area. So the vision of the MMEA is to become one of the best maritime enforcement agency in the world. Meanwhile, in the mission is to enforce maritime law and save life and properties at the sea in order to ensure the well-being of the nation water. Okay, next, our study focus on the Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency, Malacca and Negeri Sembilan Maritime Region. This regional office is responsible for carry out maritime enforcement activity in the water of the Malacca and Negeri Sembilan. It is headed by one director and supported by 5 deputy directors who manage different sections of the organization. Currently, the regional office has approximately 90 officers and supporting staff. The organization is divided into 5 main sectors. The first is the operation section, which is a plan and carry out the maritime enforcement operation and search and rescue mission. Second is the management section, which is human resource, administration and finance. Third, it is the investigation section, which is investigate maritime offense and prepare investigation report. Fourth is the logistics section, which is manage the asset, equipment, maintenance and procurement. Lastly, the security section is responsible for ensuring the safety of the personnel, facility and organizational information.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is HUSNIYATUL AUNI Jahara Zubair. My matric number 1242377 and I will continue with this next section, which is 4.1 requirement process. So we have a 5 main piece. First piece is identify vacancy. HR identify vacancy by collecting staff, shortlist data from various departments and requesting job warrants. And piece 2, job advertisement. Next, job opening are published across social media platforms like TikTok, Facebook and Instagram based on specific grades. Piece 3 is application screening. After that, initial screening and filtering are conducted online via the SPA online system. Piece 4, two-stage interview, which is shortlist candidates then undergo a two-stage interview, which is stage 1 is test physical and sensory abilities like strength, stamina and swimming. Stage 2 is face-to-face oral interview to assess mental endurance and critical decision making. Piece 5, the last piece, which is appointment offer. Finally, official offer letter are emailed and expressed to candidate who successfully pass all stage and health checks. That covered the requirement process. Let's move on to the next section. So, next section is 4.2 requirement method, which features 4 main pathways. So, the first is main channel SPA 9. Official requirement managed directly by the Public Service Commission, which is PSC. So we move to the next box, which is second by qualification grades. Entry level are based on academic achievement, which is SPM grades T1, under T3 for LASCA, which is support ranks. Diploma grade T4 for maritime junior officer. Degree grade T8 for management and executive officer. So, move to the next box, which is third, internal promotion KPSL. So, this is career advancement for existing staff with 13 plus years of service, those who earn a new diploma or degree. Fourth, next box is change of appointment. So, directly in requirement of experienced Navy or Air Force personnel who end their contract early, matching their equivalent rank and salary. That covers the requirements methods. So, let's move to the next slide. Now, let's discuss next section 4.3, requirement challenge, which breaks down into 2 main issues. So, the first issue is lack of candidates, high industry competition and strict physical standards drastically limit our application pool. Many fail due to physical requirements such as a flat foot issue, myopia, color blindness, height limitation, and abnormal BMI. So the second issue is bureaucratic timeline constraints. The hiring process is slowed down by long bureaucratic chains for budget and quota available at headquarters. It also requires heavy schedule coordination with the Public Service Commission, which is SPA. And ultimately taking 1 to 3 months just to fill a single vacancy. Thank you so much. That's all from me.
On this slide, I will explain the selection criteria used by MMEA. First, candidate must meet the required educational qualification. SPM is required for super officer position, while a diploma or degree is needed for higher ranking officer position. Candidates must also pass physical fitness tests, including a swimming test and a medical examination. In addition, MMEA values personal qualities such as discipline, integrity, and commitment to public service. Finally, candidates are assessed during the interview based on their communication skill, general knowledge, decision-making ability, and awareness of current issue. This slide compares MMES recruitment process with general recruitment practice. The similarities include workplace planning, job advertisement, application screening, and interview. However, MMEA had additional requirements such as mandatory physical and swimming tests, medical fitness screening, and internal promotion opportunities. Although the recruitment process is more challenging, this recruitment ensure that only capable and well-prepared candidates are selected for maritime enforcement duties. In conclusion, MMEA follows a systematic and comprehensive recruitment process. The selection is based not only on academic qualification, but also on physical fitness, medical health, and professional competencies. This process helps MMEA recruit qualified, disciplined, and capable personnel who are ready to protect Malaysia's maritime security.